my back, my back, my neck. I feel like when I stand here, the phone doesn't work right. Oh my goodness, my neck. Wait, just let me jump on. Hey, I have to share this with everyone because it's absolutely wild. Like one of my things is like when something like this happens, I always feel like I gotta share it. I'm gonna share this with the collective because it's just something that is so out of this world. I have to share. Like, okay, just gonna wait for people to jump on. It's nothing bad. I want to get people to jump on. I think it's early. If a lot of people are not on at this time, but I feel like people need to hear this. No, it's not bad. It's just crazy. What just happened is like I'm like, what the fuck? It was just crazy. That's what I'm saying. Okay. Okay. So since I don't see too many people jumping on, I'm just gonna start sharing this. Um, I was There's this young lady who's been showing up in my dreams often. And it's funny because in school we were like best friends in school, high school, junior high school. Up until like the end of high school, we were very good friends. And we went through a dark time together separately. It was a lot going on. She keeps showing up in my dreams though. So I don't know if it's because she needs help or she's like stuck there mentally or something's going on or she hasn't healed something or I'm trying. I didn't know until today. So I asked Spirit this morning when I woke up from a dream, and I asked them to explain to me why do I dream so much? Why do I dream so much? Thanks, P. I'll consider your consideration. So I asked Spirit, why do I dream so much? I need to know why I dream so much. Like I'm always dreaming, and I remember every dream. Like that's not normal. I don't think a lot of people do that. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think a lot of people do that. Is that normal? Whatever. And anyway, so I asked him, oh gosh, my eyes are hurting. Hold on. So I asked him to tell me why and whatever. And then I dream, I dream at least 20 times a night. It's, at this point, it's crazy. So anyway, I go back to sleep, right? Because I wake up like 17 times a night. It's absolutely ridiculous. I get up, go pee. Sometimes I'll smoke a cigarette. Yeah, I'll even sometimes wake up at 2 in the morning, drink a coffee, smoke a cigarette, like rethink everything that just happened and go back to sleep. And sometimes I try to just go right back to sleep, but it's not possible. But I've been working on just trying to fall right back to sleep, but it's been a little bit of a struggle. So, I'm always having dreams that I'm like traveling in different dimensions, but then there's been this recurring person in my dream. It's not a recurring dream. So I know it's not me learning a lesson. I know it's me going to find her to help her. So finally, we come to a point where I said, like, I'm detaching from this person. She's got to find her own path. I'm done with helping her and this and that and healing and all that. And I don't know well, this is going to help, but I'm going to share it anyway. All right. So what do? This morning, I go to visit her in the dream again, but she was in a very darker place, like a dark place. There was like the way I can explain it is there was like demons there. You know what I'm saying? But like they were human, but they look like they look not scary or not demonic, like as in monsters. They look like humans with like burnt faces and like they've been through some shit, and that's where they chose to hang out together. And she was there with these people, but she looked normal. Now she looked normal until we go through the dream. I'm not dreaming. I'm there with her in the astral dimension. That's what I'm trying to explain. I'm not dreaming. I am here with these people in these astral dimensions, traveling to where they are, and which some of these people are in very dark places. And I'm not judging because okay, so I go there and then we go in. I'm following her around and we're doing our thing, and then finally towards the end of the dream is coming up, and I'm like, listen, hello. Good. How are you, though? And so then I'm like, all right, I got to do something with this girl because she's coming to my dreams. I'm going to her every night. Something she needs help. Something's got to give, right? So I follow her into this like store type of thing where there was all these men. Like she was the only pretty much woman there, right? And there was like all these men, and they all, like I said, had burnt faces. Like they've been through some shit. People will consider them demons, but they've been through some stuff, and that's where they're stuck, right? That's the dimension they're in. And just be patient with me because I have to go back to listen to the dream, like to see the dream again. So they're all sitting around, these men with their burnt faces and stuff like that. And I'm like cool with them, not scared or nothing. I'm just sitting with them and stuff. And then all of a sudden, I grab her and I look at her face and I go, listen to me. I was where you're at. I was doing everything you're doing right now with the men and the this and the that and punishing myself and going through this whole thing. I was where you're at right now. I did this too. You don't have to do this anymore. And I like grabbed her face, and then she like her eyes went from normal. They like right in front of my face. Her eyes turned from like my eyes. They turned all black like that. And I was like, oh man, you got a demon in you, sweetie. And she started laughing, and she had a fork in her hand. I'll never forget this. She had the fork in her hand, and I held her, and she had the fork, and I was like, keep that fork away from me. And two people were holding her. Now I'm exorcising a demon at her. I'm like, okay. I'm like, listen to me. I'm going to help you remove this. Archangel Michael, if you could please come here. I need you to help me. Help me clear this soul, clear this energy. And I was praying to Archangel Michael heavily. Archangel Michael, Archangel Michael, Archangel Michael, clear this soul, clear it. Help her heal. Help her release it. Free her, free her. And I'm exorcising a demon. Like I'm exorcising it. But and she's changing from like one thing to another. She changed from a girl to like a big like flobby baby, like a blobby, not baby, but like a man child. And she kept switching forms. Like she kept going from girl to like man to child to girl to man to child. And I was exercising this thing out of her, and I was holding it, and then she went to stab me in the head twice. She hit me in the head twice, and I grabbed the fork, and I was like, they were like, because the other demons that were there are the guys. I don't want to call them demons because I don't see them as demons. The other guys that were there, but they look like demons. I'm just gonna say, but the other guys that were there, they weren't like stopping me. They were helping me. And I start walking around with her, and I'm holding her in my arms, and I'm like, Archangel Michael. And it's like now turning into a boy, a little baby, a little grown ass baby man, or whatever it is. And I'm like, Archangel Michael, help clear this soul. And then I was like, help clear this soul. And then all of a sudden, everyone there who was in this dark space started praying with me. They were like, Amen. Archangel Michael, help her. Amen. Archangel Michael, help her. Amen. Archangel Michael, help her. Amen. I wasn't saying amen. They were, but I guess like that's their belief, whatever. But I was helping, like, and they were all helping me. And then in the end of the dream, I remember screaming, leave this child, leave them now. And I screamed really, really loud. And then I woke up, and I'm looking back at this astral dimension I was in, and all these men sitting there like that other people will look at and be like, they're evil, they're pieces of shit. Well, they were helping me exercise a demon out of someone. They were happy to do it. I'm seeing the number 331 right there. They were happy to do it. And it's like they were assisting me in, like, demons were helping me exorcise a demon. It was the wildest thing that I ever seen. And I woke up like like as if like they were as if they were saying, I would let her do that to me too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't mind her doing that. It's like almost like they saw a brother of theirs being freed from this dimension, and they were happy to see it happen. And it gave me so much love in my heart that I woke up and I was like, this is why I don't judge people from any time, space, or dimension, because we don't know what led them there. We don't know what landed them there. Right. And everyone wants help. They just don't know how to admit it. You know what I'm saying to you? And then the dream before this, so this is another dream. I had this thing where like all this bread. So when you see a lot of bread in your dream, it's a very good thing. It's like that means like finances, blessings, happiness, joy, abundance. And I was eating this delicious bread. And bread is my favorite thing. Like if you make me a someone makes good bread, like say you give me you are a good sourdough bread maker and you give me a piece of that sourdough bread, I'm most likely going to eat the whole loaf because I'm obsessed with bread. Like, I know it's bad, but like, I'm just obsessed with bread. I love it. I love sourdough bread. I love like, those artisan breads, the ones that are cooked good, like a French baguette, like all these things. I'm obsessed with bread. So anyway, in the dream, there's all this bread, and again, they're not dreams; they're astral traveling. I'm traveling to dimensions to do things, to work on things, to do stuff, and all this bread is in front of me, and I'm like eating the bread and stuff, and then this like picture of this like thing. I see two crows passing me. I'm getting the chills right now as I'm talking about this. This picture of this thing in front of the bread. He first was like, he turned into a big red devil, the devil. He turned into the big red devil. He had muscles like this, and he turned it. So I took a knife and I cut him off. I cut him out like this. And then he turned into a smaller devil. I cut him off. And then he turned into a little guy, cut him off. Then he turned into a child and I cut it out. And then he turned into something like an animal and I cut it out and I threw it away. And as if to say, like, I woke up like, you're not gonna block my blessings. Like it was trying to come and like take my bread, like, and I was like, get back the fuck off my bread. And he was trying to turn into things to make me feel bad for him. So he went from like being a scary devil, which he was like red with horns, like I guess because that's what we see the devil as. But he was turned like a demonic person with like, and he was like scary, and then he turned into like a less intimidating creature, and I still cut him out, and then he turned into like a child, a boy with like curly hair. You know, in the movies, whenever they show the devil, like as a boy, he's always like blonde with curly hair, like Lucifer, the pretty, most beautiful angel. He was turning into those things, trying to like tell me like, please don't hurt me. And I was like, no, get away from my stuff, get away from my stuff, and I like cut him out completely. Yeah. So listen, what is this? Like, what am I? And I see 33 and 10 right there, and 331 right in front of me. This is interesting. A lot of threes and a number one and a number zero. 33310. I read that clearing twice because of the audio I was hearing. So this is what I'm saying. So like I'm discovering something about myself, and I don't dream. I travel to places. I really don't like to admit that I go around, because here's the thing: if you believe something, you create it, right? But here's the thing. I didn't ever think this way. I was never like a person like I go into spirit worlds and I help people. Like that's not what I was before until I started seeing myself do it without thinking about it. You understand what I'm saying to you? Because if you start saying, you start believing I'm some warrior who goes around and helps people in the spirit world, then you might just start becoming that. You will. You start creating that version of yourself. But here's the thing: before this all started, I didn't even think about who I was and what am I doing in these spirit worlds. I started seeing myself going into different spirit worlds, like darker worlds, higher dimensions, lower dimensions, middle. I was like levels. I was going from dark to light to dark, lighter to lighter to galactic, right? From dark light to lighter to galactic to up and above to dark light, galactic up and above to from religions to temples to ascended masters to healers to warriors to planets to spaceships with people who are healing people, and then planets where we are deciding where we're going to go, and we go to Earth to be star seeds. Things that I did not conjure up in my head. That's why I say to you, like, you know how they say you really do create the reality that you believe in, right? So here's the thing. I've been doing nothing lately for the past few years, then thinking positive things. Life is gonna be great. Yeah, that's I have my moments where I'm like, fuck this and fuck you and I hate everybody. But I am not like that for a long periods of time. It happens like a day or two where I'm just like clearing energy. Clear the energy, clear, 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 clear. Ooh, that woman has a strong, strong dark energy around her. Ow, my stomach. Clear, clear, clear. Oh my gosh, she has a really strong dark energy around her. Oh, my stomach. Addiction. I feel it. I'm seeing crack here. Oh my god, my stomach. My tummy. Oh, I just attacked my whole stomach. Son of a bitch. Love and light though, because I've prayed over her several times. Um, God, yeah, I'm seeing a car, like a red, like beat up car with like scratches on it and like missing paint. I don't know why. It's very weird. I just started seeing that. So I want to say this because I feel like see I will randomly I swear to God when she passed by my whole stomach now she's gone and I don't feel it anymore. Oof, I want to say this because like I when I talk about this stuff it's not about me what I do. I'm talking to you because you may be one to do this. That's why I say like many people can't watch certain things that I talk about like certain things like this because they're like talking about crazy person. But like this is the things that I've experienced, especially when it comes to like spirit and all that stuff, you know? That was the Fausty ass Takis. No, they're not even eaten. My daughter bought them. She hasn't eaten Takis in a while. So yesterday she asked me to, can you get me Takis, please? Because I don't let her get it no more because I hate them. One time I ate a bag of Takis and I got sick. My stomach, I had diarrhea all day. It was horrible. So I was like, no, you're not getting it. And then yesterday, she's like, please, mom. She took one Taki and then she was like, I don't want these. I hate them. I was like, I told you. But thank you for noticing. Jesus Christ. Let's get it. I'm seeing a number three, 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 three everywhere right now. Three, 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 three everywhere. Everywhere. Yeah, those things are horrible. They're horrible. And it was her energy, so don't just this what thing don't I'm not gonna but listen, I want to say this because if you are experiencing right now where you're discovering things about yourself, like that dream to me was very powerful because this girl has been coming in my dreams constantly. And I don't know what or why she's connected to me, but I believe it could be like a younger spirit who's trapped in an older girl's body, who's like connected to me through family or past lives. And for some reason, I feel obligated to help her. And I finally did. Like she's finally, like the demon has been cast out. It's been exorcised and it's gone. You know what I'm saying to you? Like she had to get that exorcism for her to finally be free. But I don't feel like it was a girl. This is the weirdest thing because when I started casting out, it's a girl, but she had like a manly like spirit in her. There we go. Confirmation. She had like a dude spirit in her. Like, but she was living as a girl and she was using this girl's body to, or it was using this girl's body to like do things that wasn't good for her. You know what I'm saying? So like when I exercised and cast out this demon from this person, it wasn't a woman. It came out as a boy and then like I said, a man child. It was very weird. Like picture like a 5 foot baby, but like he's a man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how to explain it to you. You know what I mean? There's been women that I had a woman there's been one that I had a woman to try to wake me up and she was crying. Yeah, spirits have used my body too every night. Oh, I personally, me, one thing I'm not letting do is any spirits using my body as a vessel for them to do anything. The only thing I allow is like messages for them to give me messages or signs, or if it's really like important. So like sometimes I'll be at shop, right? Be standing behind a person and I'll get hit in the side of my head on my left side. But it's weird to me to be like, hey, excuse me, I'm sorry to bother you. Do you know somebody who like either died of a head trauma, like a father figure, because he wants you to know so desperately that he's around you. And I've done it before, and people have, there's been different reactions. One of the reactions was like the one that I could say to you that made me say, like, I can't be doing this. She was like, excuse me? No, no. I was like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was like, I'm sorry. I'm a medium, sometimes spirit. She's like, no, no. But like, I saw her. She walked, and then walking, and she turned to look at me like, what the fuck? Because she probably had things happen that she was not able to explain. Because from what her dad was telling me, he was like, sometimes I flicker her lights, or she can hear me say, honey, like, you know what I'm saying? And she gets scared and she'll like go under her blankets and stuff. You know what I mean? I watched her walk out of the room. Wow. You need to ask her why she's there, because if not, they'll just, sometimes spirit is residual. So residual spirits, like, they're repeating the same thing every day. They're going repeating the same thing every day. They're doing the same thing every day because they're trapped in it's like an energy cord, and they're just like shoom, going back. Shoom. It's like a suction cup, sucking them in and then sucking them back out, sucking them in, sucking them back out. So sometimes you have to ask them, like, are you, excuse me, hey, 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 sorry to bother you. I know you're trapped in this like loophole. It's like a loop, never ending loop, but I need you to know something. You don't belong here. You need to go to the light and see if that might work for them a little bit. I want to know, however, it's the easiest way for me to alchemize my anger. Beautiful. I had a lot of anger growing up, anger for my dad, anger for my mother, anger for my family, anger for people, anger for God. I had a lot of stuff going on when I was going through my like spiritual awakening and my pain and my suffering. The best way to alchemize your anger is to look at all these people that you're angry at, because right, we're not angry at ourselves, right? We are angry at ourselves, right? That's what they say. If you're angry at others, you're angry at yourself. You're angry at yourself. Look at these people or whoever you're angry at, whether yourself or these other people, and this is, I'm going to give you something that's going to change if you really use this tool. Okay. I want you to, yes, Michelle, many times. It's happened to me many times. Okay. I want you to take whatever anger you have, and I want you to look at the anger. Like, I want everything should be projected outside of you so you're not looking at it from inside. You know, when people are arguing, put it this way, you know, two people are arguing, then you come in a picture and you're watching them argue, and you can kind of see what the issue is because you're outside of it. You're looking at it from outside of it. So when it comes to anger or like issues, or like you want to alchemize anger, what the best thing that I've done is I looked at these people and myself. Why was I angry at myself? Why was I angry at them? I was angry at myself because I was going through mental illness at the time, and I was addicted to stuff, and I didn't know how to handle my own pain and my own trauma. And I looked around my family and they were all like all over the place and chaotic. And I was like, this is where I get it from. And I was blaming them and blaming myself at the same time. So I took myself outside of myself and I watched myself do all the things that I looked at as bad. Like everything that I saw myself doing bad, I watched myself do it. Like I sat with myself for a few months and I was just watching myself do this and do that. Like I would relive the moment and look and look and look, and then I would see myself as this like hurt little girl that nobody was like talking to or asking if she's okay or helping heal or anything. I was this like little girl that nobody was helping. Then I would look at my mother as like a child who doesn't know what she's doing. She was a child when she had our first kid. She was 18, and then she had four kids, and then my father died, and she ended up being alone with four children and had to figure it out. And she didn't know what to do. So I started looking at her as a child. Then I started looking at my dad as a child. Died of an overdose when I was like 8 years old, and didn't have no freaking growing up. People were not teaching him the right things. They were very like his family. just love and light, because I'm not going to mention anything, but love and light to everyone, right? And see, I'm at that space right now where I can look at everyone, my father's side of the family, my mother's side of the family, my mother, my father, my brothers, my sister, myself, anyone who I come into contact with, I can see them through the eyes of love. And all that anger that I had, I took all that anger and I alchemized it. I took it and turned it into love. It was anger because I care, right? Yeah, I'm angry because I care. Thank you, Ultraviolet. I love you. We're angry because we care. If you didn't care, you wouldn't be angry, right? So take all that anger, look at it as I care, right? I care. This is not anger. This is me caring about something too much. What am I caring about too much and why? And like look at it. You know what I'm saying? And then look at it and keep looking at it. And then when you get that answer, it's like I'm angry because I didn't do the things I wanted to do in life. I'm angry because I'm lazy. I'm angry because I came from a family that didn't love me or show me love. I'm angry because I didn't have the guidance and the support I need. And I want you to look at all that no guidance, no love, no support. And I want you to look at it. And then whoever it's connected to, I want you to see them in the palm of your hands like little children. And they're all scared. They're crying, mommy, mommy. They're all little babies crying, scared. And you're just going to go, it's okay. I understand. I understand because I went through it too. Then when you could connect yourself to all the anger and all the people that have hurt you, and you could place everybody in the palm of your hands like a little baby and then put them in your heart to help clear and transmute and release that energy, you will come to a space of forgiveness for everyone and for everything, and you will hold no anger. You will forgive yourself for everything you've done. Look at all the worst things you've done in your life. The worst things you've done in your life, whatever you feel like is the worst things you could have done, look at it and then just say, I didn't know what I was doing. I was learning. I didn't make mistakes. I learned lessons. That's one of our biggest connections to freedom, is saying that everything that I've done is a lesson. If you stop calling the things that you've done mistakes and you call them lessons, you will find nirvana. If you stop saying everything everyone around you did, but yeah, but my mother wasn't there for me and she drank, you don't understand. I do understand. I understand in a different format. Nobody's pain is worse than yours. Nobody's pain is better than yours. Everybody's pain is worse to them the same way it's worse to you. So if you don't compare and contrast your pain and your suffering to others, and you don't say, well, my mother, she knew better. She was a mother. She didn't know better. She doesn't know better. Why should she know better? Because she's a mother? All of a sudden, moms and dads and children, we're all supposed to know better. Well, nobody knows anything. We're all learning here. Every single one of us is learning. And you'll see that through, you may have dreams of these people. Your mother might be in your dreams, and in your dreams, she's your daughter. And in your dreams, she's a bad mother. In your dreams, she's been a bad mother in several lifetimes and been a good mother pretty much in this one compared to those better. You know what I'm saying to you? Like you have to see that everybody everywhere is learning all of the time. And this, when I was in Florida one day, when I was younger, I wanted those, I don't know, the nautical stars, because I believe when you're connected to Atlantis, some people go towards these nautical stars, which is like I was on a ship, I was a sea captain. I worked on boats and all that in past lives, which I've experienced some real traumatic, like drowning and all that stuff, which is why I don't really fuck with the sea or, boats and I wanted to go on a cruise, but I'm scared. Like when you're connected to Atlantis and look at the colors, it's like Atlantean colors. That it's like a blue, I forget, like pinkish blue, I forget. Yeah, it's like blue. The color blue is there a lot. Okay, so it's like a lot of the color blue, which is Atlantean to me, and it's like a little like rainbow blue. But it's funny because I put those colors that I put are Atlantean colors, the greens and the blues, the turquoises and stuff, which is my favorite color because whenever I've gotten anything, um, like anything that like when it comes to like, I'm always drawn to this color, right? So look at the color there; it's like almost the same color. Yeah. So if I have helped you with the alchemizing your anger, you guys, listen to me. Oh, man, I want to talk to you right now because I have your ear a little bit, so I want to talk to you guys. When I see things like this, like for instance, the title of this, I exorcise the demon with the help of other demons. And I do that for a reason, because I didn't want to be the type of reader. My goal, I didn't want to be the type of person when I start doing the work I do to be like everyone else and to like stay in the, like the bracket of like normal so people can understand me. I knew from the beginning of my journey, I'm telling you this for a reason, because there's something that you're experiencing that is like this a lot. Yeah, the darker shade of teal. I love every teal, green, like those green colors. Like when I look at the sea and it's like a blue. Oh my God. Okay, let me talk about this because this is a message, because I feel like some of you are experiencing this. When I started all this, like literally, when I started this, I tried to fit in with all the other tarot readers and mediums and all that stuff and try to be like them. And it was working for me easily. But then I decided one day, I remember, I'll never forget the day. I was like, I went through this like dark experience, and I woke up the next day. I was like, no, I'm meant to do more than this. And I broke myself out of the typical normal tarot reading, and the way the healers and stuff talk. They're all like very like la 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 la, and I'm more like, and then they're like, oh, this guy and this person and that person, and they're always talking about other people in readings and all that. And I broke free from all that, and I knew that it would cost viewers, and it did. I started with, like, I remember when I first started, I had like 12 viewers, and I'm just saying, this is how you know. Then I started getting like 500 viewers, 300 viewers. I was like, oh my God, for you, 300 people are watching my videos, because I was talking about all the toxic stuff going on in houses, and I was channeling all different types of spirits, and it was very chaotic. And then finally one day I said, no, I see things like that others don't. I experience things that other people don't. I'm going to talk about it, because there's people who are like legit powerful ass light workers. They are like me. There's people like me. I know there is. It's going to take a while for me to find those people, for those people to find me. But Spirit said to me, we will bring you those people. There are many people on this earth that have the experience you do, the lifetimes you do, and have fought, battled, gone through, helped, healed themselves, others, family members, and they are true. When I say light worker, I'm not talking about I'm a light worker. I'm talking about I go into the world of demons and exorcise a demon with the help of the demons type of light worker. Does that make sense to you? Because guess what? If anybody else trying to do that, those motherfuckers are going to attack all of them. But if we do it, they respect us. They want to see somebody get helped by us because they know who we are. They look at us like, oh shit, he's here. She's he or she, whatever, is here. They're here. Whoa, look at them. They're about to do their work, and they just sat back like, yo, these so-called demons that look like they've been through a lot. That's just gonna say that it was a first they started off all looking normal, but then when I started doing the Archangel Michael prayer, they all started revealing their true faces. One was like half burnt. The other guy had like rips or cuts on his face. Another one was like hunchbacked. And there was like a scary looking dude on the right side over here, and another one here. They went from being normal dudes to like turning into who they have turned into when they moved into these lower astral dimensions, which a spirit could say to me all they want. I don't believe everybody belongs in these places. I believe a lot of them put themselves there due to self-punishment. They have turned, they have, I'm a bad person. I deserve to go to hell. No, you don't. You think you deserve to go to hell because that's what you've been told. That's what you've been told. But if you were to take, listen, I know this is going to sound rough to people, but this is how you truly know when you're in the light or you're a light worker. You don't even hate child, okay? All these people, you don't hate them. Don't get me, you don't like it. You're very against it, and you are irritated by it, and you wish you could just shake them and say, what are you doing? Those are children. But you understand. You have to put yourself in everybody's space. I know that it's hard, but when you get to this space, you almost want to be mad at yourself that you're not mad at these people. Sometimes I'll be like, oh, this motherfucker abused animals, abused children. I want to go there, kill them. I think like that, but then I think, stop. Because a true light worker, a true angel, a healer, has to view everybody in a way that they understand that they must not know any better. They can't. You cannot possibly know what you're doing and doing that. And then you're just doing it like it's normal. There's something going on here Something going on here that needs to heal, that they have never gotten the chance or opportunity to heal from. They learned it, saw it somewhere, someone taught it to them, and they never got. That's hard for me to say, guys, because as a person who's strongly against all of the child stuff and all the, I can't hate them, because if I do, I become them. Family, fathers, sisters, brothers. I don't care what they did. Well, my sister slept with my husband. So the fuck what? Think about that for a moment. So what? She did you a favor. Thank you, sister. You may hate your sister right now because she slept with your husband, but your sister did you a favor by showing you who this person is. Your sister chose to choose that terrible thing to do to free you. To free you. You understand me? She chose to experience that, knowing that it might cost her you, right? Knowing might cost her you. But she said, if that's what I have to do to free my sister of this fucking demon, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. A true healer and light worker, if you really are like Flo, I know I'm a true healer and light worker, then you can't hate anyone. That's the rules. You can't hate Jewish people because they're taking over the world. You can't hate black people because they're the most powerful, but they play like they're not. You can't hate white people because they think they run the world. You can't hate green people because they don't look like you. You can't hate child molesters because they molest children. You can't hate murderers because they murder people. You have to understand everyone is going through their own experience, and they chose these experiences. Some chose to be the devil when they came down here, because without these negative people, us light workers, we have, first of all, we don't have a job to do. If nothing and no one was darkness and there was no hate and no anger and all that, we would be living in a hate-free, perfect world, and we wouldn't have a job to do, which I would be fine with that. Strongly gotta say, I would be fine with that. We don't have a job to, good. I don't want a job to do. I don't want there to be pain and suffering on earth. I want us to be free of pain and suffering, but this is earth. Earth is school. School is earth. When you understand that concept and you understand that everything has been written out before you came here, when I go to earth, I am going to remind people that they're angels. And I'm going to get down there. I'm going to have to go through some very painful stuff when I wrote the contract. I'm going to go through addiction, self-loathing, hate, depression, anger, postpartum depression. I'm going to almost go through divorce, go through this. I'm going to go through all this stuff. It's written on my palm right now here. Pain, suffering, struggles, astral traveling, healer. Look, my lines here went from a couple of lines to look how many from astral traveling. When you start astral traveling, you're going to see it in your palm. All of that will show right here in this part. You see those lines? You see those lines going sideways? Line, 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 line. You see them, right? And you see this line, these lines on my finger? That's the healer in me, right? The more you do it, the more your palm starts to change. Because I remember my palm here didn't have that many lines. And now that I've been astral traveling, all I see, thousands, hundreds of lines here. Hundreds, 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 and hundreds. And then there's boxes, as if to say I checked, check, 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 check. Huh? Yeah. Oh, I had one marriage, and here's another one right here. I'm going to have two. These lines tell you how many marriages you're going to have. That's what they say. See, there's one line here, and then one very faint one here. So there's going to be one very painful marriage, that big line, and then the faint one is going to be the easy one, right? Because it takes a pressure to make a dent in your fingers, right? It takes pressure to make dents in your fingers. The next one is a very tiny faint line. That's going to be the easiest marriage. I'm going to be in love. I'm going to be happy. Life is going to be good. I'm going to do great. Everything's going to be fine, right? The small fine ones, yes, you see, but you got, like, don't look for the line. Like, you have to see, this one is very prominent, right? You see that line is very prominent. Then right here, there's a faint one right here, pink right next to it. And then I look at, it's supposed to be the right palm. You're supposed to read the right palm, right? So when I look at my left palm, a little bit different, right? There's one, two, and then one other faint line, but I don't see the other. See, I see one, two, and three, and four lines. So I don't look at that because the right palm usually shows everything, right? So look at all these astral traveling marks. Ding, 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 astral traveling. So if you haven't seen this, I'm gonna have to do it because some people really have not seen it, even though I'm sure some of you have. This is a very, very beautiful way to know things about yourself that you haven't heard from anybody else before. Okay. All right. Let's do this like this. Ready? Okay. My nose is stuffy. Okay. Now, if you have an X right here, we've already seen this, but let's do it again. Where's my pens, bro? I had a bunch of pens here. Let me see if I got my pen here. Give me a second. Oh, here we go. Perfect, perfect. I got it. I got her. We got her. Look at this little pen with the crystal. Look, it's got aura on it. Okay, so we're gonna look at our hands. Look at this. X marks the spot. If you got that X right in the middle between this line here, bing, bing, right? It's right there. Go ahead. Let's look at your hand. Okay. If you got that X, just mark it. And then here's this. You got all these lines here, a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot, and they stretch all the way to the shoo, 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 shoo. And then you got this lines here, bing, 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 boom, right? Healer's mark, psychic mark, astral traveler's mark. Your marriage, the prominent one, and then another one here. These two lines, okay? This is your lifeline, your heart line, I believe. Whatever it is, I know that this one tells you you're going to live a long life or a healthy life or whatever. And then this one, what you're going to experience in life, the adventures, the things like that. That's how I see it. And this one, this is how I see it. I know that there's a specific way to read palms, but here's the thing about me. I read it the way that I feel like it's like that. So if you have these lines a lot, they're very prominent. That means you have a prominent life. Like your life is going to be, you're going to have a lot of things going on. There's going to be pain, suffering, struggling, but there's going to be wonder and amazement here and here. But mainly, I'm going to talk about the psychic mark. The psychic mark. This is the X marks the spot. The healer's mark. You look at the marriage line and the astral traveler's palm, which is like this. Okay. Now, if by your X marks the spot, you have something that looks like this. Hold on. Why did it just? All right, bro. What happened? Okay. If by the X marks the spot here, you have something that looks like a teepee right here. Don't start with me now. Come on. Hold on. There we go. I got it. Okay. Perfect. If by here you have something that looks like a teepee right up here. See that? You see the diamond? Like in the Jupiter finger right here. Bing, bing, right here. Underneath that, there's going to be something that looks like a diamond without your line here. Is your diamond opened or is it closed like this? Completely. I'm not diamond. What's this called? Triangle. If it's completely closed like this, like it's very closed, you could see it's closed, or it could be looking like this, just like open like that. You see what I'm saying? If yours is closed like this, that means you have psychic powers that are being blocked that you're scared to use because of what you experienced trauma in a past life. You were stopped from being psychic. People try to hunt you down for being a healer, a witch, whatever it is. And in this lifetime, you're terrified to use your gifts and you have to slowly open that. When I first started my gifts and really using them, because I've always had them, but I started using them, consciously, my line here was completely closed. And now look, now watch, it's open. My line was closed. And then look, my X's changed and they got bigger and stronger and more powerful. You see what I'm saying? Mine was closed. It was closed completely. And look at it now. It opened up. And yes, your palm does change. Take a look at your palm from now to later on. Many lines. Yeah. So astral traveler, the more you have lines going this way, the more you see them, the more prominent they are. And especially if you have that look like boxes like this, like tic-tac-toes, you have that here and you have, especially if you have that, first of all, you were born to astral travel powerfully. You go to every dimension. Let's not sit here and play stupid with me, all right? You go to dimensions that others will never. They'll be like, I'm good. I'm good. You made the agreement. I'll do it. People wouldn't be doing that. The more you astral travel, the more these lines come up. But if they look like tic-tac-toe, you have wealth in your bloodline that you need to take. You have big wealth. It's meant for you. It's yours. Whether you were royalty in a past life or somebody left you a large inheritance or you're getting a large inheritance in this lifetime, and you're waiting for it, Spirit says it's coming. And if you have that box there, again here, if this is open, you can use your psychic gifts freely. You can do it. But if it's closed, you have to work on stop fearing using your gifts. Stop fearing opening your third eye. You're scared to open this third eye. You're scared. You're scared because of what you might see, what spirit might show you. You're terrified. It's scary to you. You don't know what you're going to see, what you might be shown. And then if you have this coming down, you're a powerful healer and you can use your healing abilities. Your hands can heal people. Your hands can heal people. And then this, I see this as the marriage line. That's what it says. But one of my marriage lines is strong, which is I had a marriage, and I had to break the contracts and do all this stuff. And then my next one, I just see it as the easiest lovingness. Like people are gonna be like, Flo, where'd you get this man? Like I need one like him. That's the kind of marriage I'm gonna have next. The kind that people can look up to and really like fall in love with the love I'm in without being jealous too. That usually the people that are jealous, they're gonna even be like, oh my God, I can't even be jealous because they're amazing. Like, look at them. Look how they talk. Look how they are. Look how he looks at her. Look how she looks at him or her, whoever it is, male or female, whoever I end up marrying. I don't say him or her, right? Listen, like, I'm going to say this, and I've said this before, I'll say it again. Those of you who see these lines, the healer and the astral traveler and the psychic mark and the X marks the spot. You may see a lot of X's. Mine has X's everywhere. It's just X, 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 X. But guess what? Since I started using my gifts, one X here, right here, bing, and then here in the middle and here have been really getting like you can see them perfectly. It's like a perfect little X right there. You know what I'm saying? And then my TP thing here is open. My TP thing here got open. Like it's insane how much my palm changed. Like since I've been using my healing abilities, I'm seeing more lines, and they're getting like clearer. You know what I'm saying to you? Like really clear, and so many. If you look here, it's like thousands of travels. I've done thousands of astral travels, thousands. Because even when you go, you look at it this way, and then it's like boxes, and you could see little boxes in your hand. You know what I'm saying, right? You know how people make a chart? They go like this with the chart. Here, you know what I'm talking about. But I still want to show you just so that you're really aware. You know how people make a chart like this, like that? Yeah, you can see that. Those little boxes check off how many places you've astral traveled to. And you travel, baby. Some of you remember, some of you not right now, but you're gonna remember everything. You're gonna be shown everything that you need to be shown. Spirit says that if you can't remember your dreams right now, it's for a reason. You're healing stuff that needs to be released, like that you can't. It would kill you to see it, so they don't want to hurt you. They're not gonna give you what you can't handle. If you feel like you say you want to heal from like something that happened with your dad or your mom, but you're still very sensitive about it, and it will like break you and make you like go back to being back to being sad again. They won't show you that. Okay, they're not going to show you that because they don't want to break you. They want to help you. Excuse me while I pick my nose, not with my hand, with Q-tips. Ooh, white, healthy girl. If your boogers are white, like clear like that, means you're healthy. If you start seeing green or brown boogers, then something's wrong. Like you got some stuff in you that needs to be cleared. But if you see clear mucus in your nose, healthy girl, healthy boy. Yeah, you only remember snips of your dreams because there's things that you're not meant to see right now because it might hurt you. See, when you're doing deep rooted healing, when I was doing the deep rooted healing, this is what I do. I know it's gross, but I clean my nose out every day like this. I don't know why more people don't do that. I don't like no boogers in my nose. I like my nostrils clean and clear. That's a Virgo thing. I've many of my cousins, guys and women, I watch them do it. We always clean our. How are you, Mama? Hey, how are you? Good, sweetie. Mm, stop taking sleeping medication. Stop. Don't take sleep medication. Listen to me, Jocelyn. They have reishi, shiitake, mushroom drink that you could drink at night with cordyceps. It'll help you calm down. Some chamomile tea. Eat cherries at night. Okay, cherries make you tired because they're slightly laced with poison. So one or two apricot seeds a day. They have, you know what? Just so you know, like I ate. Somebody told me you're not supposed to eat apricot kernels, right? Because they have poison in them, just like cherries. They naturally produce with the word C. What's that poison? So, what's that poison? C with a C. Arsenic. I think, yeah, I think it's arsenic. They have a natural occurring arsenic in it. I didn't know that. You know what I did? I'm I made a drink full of apricot kernels. I soaked them overnight because they said it helps, but I drank that whole shit and they were like, "You're not supposed to." I was fine. I eat like a whole bag of cherries, and after I do, I always feel very tired, and I love it. Cyanide. Thank you. Cyanide. That's the word. I knew it had like in it. But here's the thing. I'm gonna say this to you right now. Please, guys, listen. You're here with me. We're here together. I would not misguide you. I am very careful when I channel messages. I make sure that what I'm saying is true to your life and it has something to do with clearing and blessings coming and all that. I don't just yap my mouth off. I would love to, but it's very easy for people to just get on YouTube and take a bunch of cards and say a bunch of things. And just because the person knows names and what's going on, you got to be careful because some of these people got demons watching your life for them so they can channel messages that are not healthy for you. You watching a reader and all she talks about is other people. Cancel the bitch out. Cancel her out. You know that when I was watching this one reader, and I don't want to mention names because I'm not like that, but many of you probably were there too. It starts with an A. If you know, you know. And this person starts spitting at the camera, and all these demonic entities were around her. Do you know that I was having horrible dreams? I was being attacked. All these different spirits were coming to me at night. It was, I'm telling you, for a year as I was watching this person, I thought everything was about me because you got like that. You watch it, you're like, it's all about me. It's different when you have someone telling you, guiding you to your dreams, and you think it's about you, but you don't see me talking about. Do you see me talk about other people in my messages? Unless it's spirit that passed and wants to communicate, I don't do that because guess what? They have minions and demons running around watching your life so they could come back and tell her information so you could stay stuck there. You have to understand me, man. These people come off. I'm a light worker. I work with the Pleiadian Light Body Council. The Pleiadian Light Body Council wants to talk about how John is wearing a red shirt and is in his house jerking off, talking about pornographic stuff and this and that. It's like you're channeling shit. If you're gonna channel shit to help people, do it properly. What are you throwing things out there and you got people begging, paying $100 and something a month to listen to you talk about the same thing every day? You know why? Because those entities got a grasp on them. I know because I was there. I told you guys, I commented under one of her videos saying, I'm just gonna tell you I had a dream about you and there was a demon and it was attacking you and it was sitting behind you on the computer and making you talk and say things. And she blocked me. She blocked me because who the hell do you think you are? Well, sweetheart, you're not the only powerful person on this earth. The difference is I use my powers to heal people, not to hurt them. And we see through you. And my spirit guide saw right through her and she didn't like it. She didn't like being exposed like that. Oh, I mean, I was trying to help you, bitch. I was trying to tell you what I saw, but you took it personally. You know why? Because you know it's true. Because your demons are really. And I was watching these people, and guess what? I was being attacked every night. Every night, I couldn't sleep. All of a sudden, I stopped watching them. Only time I'll even watch anybody that I stop watching is when they talk about all positive stuff. Because I know right there and then that's the true light worker in them. Because I see potential in them. Like you could have a lot of potential. You're a true light worker, but you're not using your light working. There was a video this one woman said. She said it. She said, I was channeling stuff like that from the galactic and all that, but nobody was resonating with it. So I just said, no, I'm not doing it no more. So she basically told them, I'm not doing, you saw that orb? Did you see it? I'm not doing it anymore because people weren't watching and subscribing to what she was talking about because but there was people like me subscribed to her. I was paying $30 a month. I was supporting her. And then she said that one thing. It's like when Ariana Grande said, I was in my room, this dark energy came, and all of a sudden that was the day I stopped being a Christian. It's like right there, the dark energy took over. They said, oh, she's not going to do this no more. She's not going to talk about the light and the light workers and all that stuff. Perfect. We got her. And they got her. And she belongs to she's for the streets. She's for the astral streets, baby. They got her. That's why if you got to constantly clear your energy when you're reading, if you got to keep doing that, something's wrong with you. Something's going on. Don't you see it? Like, are you blind? If I have to sit here while I'm reading you guys and I got to constantly be like, clear, clear, clear. What does that mean? What does that mean to you? Yeah. What does that mean to you? You understand? It means that person got a lot of entities around them and they keep being attacked and you're watching them. And now the entities have you. They have your name, they have your information, and they're coming for you next. Because they love people who are miserable and have nothing better to do but listen to messages about bullshit all day long. They love it because that's what they like to do. They like to run around and lie and tell stories and this and that. There's absolutely no coordination to what they're saying. It's just random shit being spewed out. Pa, pa, beep, pa, 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 pa. You could channel my name, the color of my shirt, anything you want. But if you're not making sense and you're just yapping out of your asshole, what am I watching you for? So I can get confused because that's what's going to happen. You're going to get confused. So when I started this, I thought, oh, but nobody's resonating with these higher dimensional messages or these dreams and the astrals and dealing with spirit and good guys and bad and all that stuff. And then I said, you know what? I don't care who watches it. I don't care. What if one person watches it, I'm going to still do it. And I stuck to it and I stuck to it. And you know what? I'm not nearly where my goals are, but I got to my goals, certain goals. I'm not here to be like, I want 1 million followers. I don't care about that. What I want is to reach more people with the messages so they understand why they're going through this and what's keeping them there and why are they upset, what's in their past lives, what they did. And I stuck with it. And that's a message to you. If you're going to start something and you're scared that people are not going to resonate, keep at it. It took about 5 years for me to finally get people that were like me to come in my channel, in my space. And now I'm like, oh my God, I have a whole soul tribe. People emailing me and writing. Man, do you know what that means to me? Do you know what that means? You know how hard that was to get to where I'm at, to the point where people sending me beautiful emails, and I don't always answer everybody because sometimes I get overwhelmed. I got a lot of people, but I'm always trying to read everybody's shit. There's emails that I've lost and I can't see them. So when I say that, nobody could take it offensively because sometimes I don't know where they are. Okay. Sometimes when I delete a whole bunch of emails and I report spam, it might have been your name in there that I didn't see and it reported the spam. So I can't find your emails. You know what I'm saying? But my point is that soon when I do my talk show, the Healers Club, when I do my talk show, I'm gonna have people like you on there. I'm gonna have people email me, don't tell me your whole story, because then I'm not gonna be able to channel message like whatever. I'm not gonna say nothing. Yeah, I'm not gonna say nothing because just know that my plan is to have something where I can help more people and be like present with them in a space and talk to them about stuff. That's my plan. So, but also I don't make plans because you make plans, the universe laughs at you. I go with the flow, right? That's how I'm looking at life right now. I'm just gonna go with the flow. I'm not gonna sit here and plan everything and mark it out and write it down. I'll write things down that I want to do, and however they come, they'll come. This is okay. What, Fernando? Why am I selfish? What did I say? What did you say? You haven't even said one thing. What you talking about? You said one thing. Dude, someone's ex attacked me. Okay. I love you guys. I'm channeling shit and I'm also recording for my book. So if I'm channeling and I don't want to answer too much because this is for my book and I'm writing a book right now, talking to you guys that hopefully one day will help someone. All right. Nee says, I don't want to go outside because you feel like you got attacked. I'm what? Put salt on yourself. Go take a bath with salt and put salt in your front door. So that this way, when you exit, that negative entities leave and they don't come back. They can't come back in because of the salt. Put salt in a little prayer. Write a prayer out on a piece of paper and put it on your door. I block and rebuke and reject any entities, energies, spirits. Hi, sweetie, spirit, anybody or anything that doesn't have my best intentions at heart. I remove, block, and reject them and rebuke them. Anyone who tries to enter this home will be violated. They will be stopped. Your words are powerful. use them for that. Don't say things like, I'm scared to go outside, I get attacked. Don't try not to say those things. If it happens, just go, okay, it's happening. Look back, go move back and look outside yourself. What's happening with me? Why do I feel like I'm being attacked? Why do I feel like somebody is after me? Well, maybe because you're not clearing your energy, you're letting people around you that don't belong around your life, okay? And even if you're not and it's happening, you're a powerful spirit guide, right? When you're a powerful spirit guide, those some of those negative energies don't like to know that you're powerful. They want to control you. They want to be the ones to tell you what to do. You gotta tell them no. The answer is no, mother. Yes, you could do that. That's perfect. Saint Germain, the violet flame. I like the way that rhymes too. Saint Germain, the violet flame. Keep every negative person outside of the front of my home and my door. For me, Archangel Michael and me are that's the homie. Like me, I called him in a dream one time. I was outside and I was in some random astral place. I was by water and nobody was there. It was all dark, and I screamed out, Archangel Michael! And he said from the sky, I'm here. I'm here. Just like that. He didn't say sweetie because I was about to say he said sweetie, but he didn't. He said, I'm here. And his voice vibrated through the sky. He was telling me, it's okay, I'm watching over you, but you have to go through this to get out, like you have to do this to get out of there. He came to me in my dream several times. One time there was a big dragon. He's a flying reptilian, okay? And he had wings in his hand. He had like wings, and he's coming from the sky trying to give me the wings. Like, here, come with us if you want to live. You know what I'm saying? And he goes to give me the wings, and Archangel Michael comes down. He's bronze, golden, comes from the sky, and grabs the wings and grabs him. Not this one, mother. She's ours. She's of the light. She is with us, a warrior of light, of love. I don't want you giving her the wings. Don't, because they were trying to tempt me with all types of stuff. Baba Yago brought me red shoes. Come with me, darling. I will be a voodoo queen for you. You will be the queen of voodoo. Santeria came, gave me some necklaces. Come with me. You want to be a queen and all this stuff. And then these religious people were handing me stuff, trying to grab me, put me in there. They wanted me because guess what? No matter which one it would have been, I would have been the queen of any one of them. That's a fact. I don't care what anybody thinks. Oh, she's delusional. No, this is what I saw. I didn't ask to see this. There's a difference between me thinking that and then me seeing it in a dream. I didn't think about none of this. It came to me. It came to me. You could put a little salt in your shoes, in your socks, on your feet. You can put fine salt so it doesn't bother your feet. A little salt in there, but like putting salt, black salt specifically on your door and on like this is your door. Just put it on the bottom. And then if you have a home, I like to in the old house. This is how much clearing I did. I put salt all around the house, outside of the house, all around it. All these little things I was doing, I didn't realize I was banning so many negative energies. I didn't even realize I was doing it until I realized, oh my God, I banished a lot of dark, scary energy. Because especially when you live by the woods and stuff, you have to understand something. I've heard aliens talking in my room in my old house. We Behind us is all woods. Where do people hide that they don't want to be found? The woods, the ground, right? The caves, places that humans ain't going in. I'm not gonna go to those woods and just start walking around by myself. It's not gonna happen. Do you understand me? You understand me? This is why I try to tell you guys. You have to understand that we are surrounded by spirit, by energy. It's just a matter of like who are you attracting? When you start attracting the right spirits, the right energy, the right spirit animals, I promise you, you will have nothing but light and love surrounding you. But you got to start attracting those types of things because another thing, when I was doing drugs back then and all that stuff, and then there was times I messed up and I did some drugs here and I'm gonna just do a little cocaine tonight. When I was doing that and I was hearing these dark demonic energies, that's not their fault. I called them. By doing drugs and shit like that and going into those spaces where I'm doing heavy drugs and things like that, like I take kratom pretty much every day. No demons are attacking me, none of that, because Kratom doesn't make me insane and start, going into another world. I know it's not good to take something, that's what they say, but also I'm not taking Percocet, I'm not doing drugs, I'm not sitting here high all the time. You understand what I'm saying? And when I do feel high, I'm like, oh, I don't like that, because sometimes it feels like you smoked a lot of weed and you get really like in a space, which is, I don't like that feeling. I take it for the pain in my body, and I don't want to feel high. That's how I look at kratom, right? So, and the point of this is that spirit is attracted to certain drugs, certain medications, Xanaxes and Percocets. And if you take those things, like, I'm not going to take kratom for the rest of my life. I'm figuring out different things I could take to not feel pain, because I'm healing myself every night. Like the other day, my shoulder was killing me. So I was like, please, Spirit, I'm begging you to bring the top healers of the planet, of the universe, the top healers, those who can put a spark on something and completely heal it. I need you to heal my shoulders, because both of them has been bothering me, my neck. I need healing. And it's taking a little time because, yeah, they're coming in, doing a little work, and coming in, doing a little work. Sometimes I'll feel really bad pain the next day. That's because they healed something. It's like an astral surgery. You want astral surgery, you want to heal, you got to ask for all the top healers of the universe, the ancestors that heal, that use plant medicines and things like that to guide you towards meditations and prayers and foods and stuff that help to heal these pains, okay? Especially if you have like something like broken, or you have a sprain, or you have a tear in your shoulders. I'm hearing you have to really work with them every day to help heal those things, because it's not going to be easy, right? It's a lot of work, but it's going to happen within 2, 3, or 4 weeks. When I focus on meditating and healing one part of me, sometimes overnight, this shoulder the other day was, when I say killing me, now it just hurts here in this area. And now I'm going to focus on this area, because I'm trying to say, like, all of my shoulders and my ribs need healing. Like, they need to heal. They have a lot of things going on. I'm sensitive in the ribs and things like that, but I'm healing them. I'm not saying I'm sick and I'm in pain. I'm saying I'm healing this pain, this whatever is going on. I'm healing it. I'm working with the highest vibrating healers of the universe to help heal me. That's what you have to do, and you have to believe it. Like, somebody came in here before, I was like, she actually believes all that shit like she's saying. You know what I'm saying? Look at the babies. Look at the babies. Hi, mamas. With your baby? Are those your babies? They're very cute. They're very fluffy and adorable. I love you. Hi, mama. Look how they eating. Look at those necks. They got some strong ass necks, bro. That's why you gotta watch, because if a goose comes at you, that motherfucker's neck is. They got the head game. Look at your babies. It's a baby. You gotta look at the mama. Look at your mama, baby. Look at that beautiful girl. Huh. I love them because they eat ticks too. To have them in your yard. The only thing is their poop is crazy, bro. I think their poop is what got Luna sick. Hi, baby. Hi, mama. These poor things, all they do is eat all day. Hi, mama, baby, Bubba. Hi. Hi, mama. Come here. Let me cuddle you. I love you. Oh, look at that one laying down and eating his own. I gotta show you. This is too cute. Look, he's just laying there and eating. I mean, they eat a lot. They're all they do is eat all day, bro. That's it. They eat, they eat, they eat, they eat. Poor kids, only grass. That's why I like to bring them treats sometimes, because they're only eating grass. That sucks. Imagine all day long, that's all you taste is grass, 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 grass. Ticks, 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 ants, ants, ants. That's gotta suck. I know my shirt's inside out. Thank you. I was wondering if someone would notice. That's why I love you guys, because you notice everything. Somebody with the Takis in the back, this one with the shirt. You guys are very observant. That's why I tell people you gotta watch. You know what I'm saying? You gotta watch what you're doing online, because some people are like, what's in the background? Like me, I notice instantly like somebody's energy in the background, or like I'll see energy around them. But okay, so I just wanted to tell you guys all this stuff. So I hope this helped you in some way. Maybe you needed to hear this. Maybe you needed to know that you're a powerful warrior and stuff like that. But also I'm hearing spirit say, all of this work you've done, you did all this time you took by yourself, alone, lonely, right? Feeling by yourself. you needed to do this because what's coming for you next is going to be a space of relaxation, clearing, and healing. And you're going to feel like you can finally live, because whatever you've done up until now, yeah, it took a lot. You were by yourself. Oh, it was annoying, lonely, and all that stuff. But why? It's because whatever you got coming next, they want you to. This next chapter is almost like obviously, we're always going to be healing something, right? Like that we need to heal. It's not like a constant cycle of healing and pain, and no, but whatever you're doing right now, it needed to happen so that this next chapter, Spirit wants you to just be free. They want you to just enjoy life. Like finally, you're going to be like, okay, great. Yes, I'm still in tune with Spirit. I do this, all that, but you're gonna experience joy and peace and love. Like you're finally going to be like, okay, I can relax now. You know what I'm saying? I can relax. I can chill out now. Mm, You know what I'm saying? That's the steps. So whatever time you're taking to yourself right now might be irritating, but I promise you it's gonna be rewarding. Okay? And I love you guys. And I hope this helped you. I love you. Oh wow, I recorded an hour of audio. That's awesome. You guys should get one of these and record yourself talking sometimes because I tell you right now, everybody should write a book. Everybody. I don't care what, who, ha. You should write a book. Everybody should write a book. That's how I feel. We should all be writing our own books. It don't matter. Not because one person is famous. Of course, they're gonna write a book. Anybody who wants to can write a book. Anybody. Thank you, Clayton. I love you guys. I love you guys very much. Listen to me today. Go on, take some time to yourself. Go and do the meditation. Just I want you to do nothing right now, but envision good things coming to you because we're manifesting at a high rate. This is Jupiter abundance. Mm? Jupiter and Cancer as well. Abundance in the home foundation, bringing light, joy, and abundance to your home. So do yourself a favor and think positively right now because all the stuff that you experienced up until now, it only made you stronger. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Live a little longer, baby. Now you're gonna see the light. What doesn't kill you make you stronger. You're a fucking warrior. Mm. Bird, big bird. Mm. Yeah, hold on. One thing. Let me pull two cards, three cards. Okay. 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 Oh wow. Okay. Can you guys hear me? Okay. Let me pull three cards and now all of a sudden I'm pulling the whole deck. I love you guys. All right. Wow. 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 Okay, so we got messages coming in, some kind of news coming in with finances, fortune turning in your favor, a brand new beginning, like full card all the way. Investments. Somebody's bringing coin to you, like the universe is bringing the coin to you, like they're bringing a gift to you, or it could be coin, or it could be a situation, whatever it is. And wow, and whatever it is, you're leaving something far behind. I feel like you're up and out. You're leaving something actually in real life, like real time. You're leaving something, see, because that whatever it is, this fortune turned in your favor. Hold on to your finances. Do things for you. Don't I'm hearing don't hold on to shit too tightly though. Go enjoy yourself as well because this is a brand new beginning. It's an adventure. You may be going on a trip, traveling for a little bit, or just moving out of the space because whatever it is, justice is finally being served in your honor. Because all this stuff that you went through, you know, I'm hearing, I'm hearing an advocate for the collective. This is with work, you guys, too. Some kind of opportunity with work that you're leaving behind, something you worked on for a long time. leaving that behind. You're getting the messages coming in. Messages are coming in. Pay attention to your intuition. These signs in the dreams, they're don't forget about them, because you're gonna say, what? I dreamt about that like last week. You know what I'm saying? This is energy, inspired action, taking action in what you want to do. And this is spiritually growing your powers. Wow, wow, wow. Something ending spiritually as well. If you were going through experiences with spiritual, like, dreams and all that, and it was making you feel down, tired, angry, depressed, Spirit saying this is going to be, you're freeing yourself from this. You had to be bound for a little bit so that you can do the things that you need to do, so you can leave this behind once and for all and go enjoy yourself. Some of you are going to fall in love this year. You're going to fall in love this year. Something you had patience with is bringing balance and harmony. Your spirit team is protecting you and watching over you. You did a lot of inner work, self-reflection these past 2 years. If you've done that, and somebody is definitely coming towards you. There's like something with the routine, like your routine's going to change, and whatever it is, look at how that's shining. Like you saw how it's just like had an aura on it. Oh, amazing. I love you guys. Have a good day, and we'll come back if necessary, okay? I hope that these messages helped you, and I hope that you find peace and forgive everyone that you're supposed to right now. It's going to free you up from a lot of bullshit. Stop letting your mother make you feel like shit. She never had the love, and she needs healing too. Forgive her. See that? And I said forgiveness too. Ra's radiant guidance, okay? Allow positivity to fill your day. Surround yourself with uplifting people and activities. Engage in hobbies that bring you joy and help you feel energized. Yes, ma'am. Because right now I know we're feeling a little tired. I know. But that's because, like, the ending of that full moon that got released, stuff that you released energetically, spiritually, and the work that you're doing in the astrals, the help that you're giving to others, it's out of control so much. So cultivate a sense of inner tranquility, practice mindfulness and meditation to find peace. Amid chaos, create a serene space for yourself to retreat and recharge. Yes, ma'am. Because I know it could be chaotic for you. I'm hearing that very strongly. Give it time. Things are shifting in your favor. Wow. Wow. Okay, guys, I love you. If you're asking a question about something, I'm sorry, but it's a big fat no. Those are not mistakes. They're lessons. Just say you've learned many lessons. You didn't make mistakes. Okay? All right, guys, I love you. Straight up, you're too good for them. Let me be clear. They ain't shit. Move on. Okay? Love you guys. I'll see you later. And then pay attention to the signs. Blue Jays, Cardinals, angel numbers. Go back to the basics. Remember when you first started, you like looking at angel numbers and birds and stuff. You are getting a better job, a purpose. You're letting go of this job and you're going towards your purpose. You heard? No more jobs, missions, and purposes. That's what you're doing next. All right? Guys, I love you. I love you very much. Okay? I'll see you guys a little later. Okay? I'll see you later, guys. Love you. Love and light to you guys. Kisses. You're welcome. I love you guys. You're my babies. Okay. Good night. I mean, good morning. Good night. I see you later. Good night, because I'm taking a nap. This weather has got me like, but also I know that I'm clearing a lot of this work, because next step, I told Spirit, I'm not doing all this crazy dream stuff and all that. I'm gonna live my life, right? And I could still do the work I'm doing, but it's not gonna be like this heavy stuff that I'm clearing and helping people. I'll do it, but it's not. I'm not taking away from my own energy. If it's taken away from my energy, I'm done doing it, right? I'm not here to save nobody. I'm not Captain Save-A-Ho. However, if Spirit's like, this is something you need to do for you, then I'll do it. But if they're like, you're doing it for them, not for you, I'm not doing it. Because it's like I'm gonna take my energy and destroy my energy and my time to help someone else, especially if they don't want the help. But if they need the help and they want it, and I feel like it's best for my highest good to do this, then I'll do it and I'm moving on. That's it. Once it's done, I'm out. That's it. Like right now, I'm done with all this shit. I'm ready to just chill, bro. Right? Okay, guys. Yeah, I'll go for a walk in a little while too. I love you guys. See you later, okay? Bye bye, kissy poo poos. I love you. by Nee, by Jocelyn, by Apple, by BRBOX, by Boyd.